"Elon, isn't it true that you're nothing more than an overhyped billionaire who just got lucky?" The words cut through the air like a blade. The audience gasped. The tension in the studio was electric. Seated in the interview chair, Elon Musk remained calm. He tilted his head slightly, a hint of a smirk forming at the corner of his lips. Across from him, Martin Grayson, the sharp-tongued TV host, leaned forward, his eyes gleaming with anticipation. He had humiliated countless high-profile guests before, and tonight he was ready to do the same with Musk. The cameras zoomed in, capturing Elon's reaction. Would he fire back? Would he crumble under pressure? Millions of viewers were watching, waiting for the moment that would break the internet. And then Elon Musk did something no one expected. For a moment, the studio was dead silent. The audience held their breath. Elon Musk didn't flinch. Instead, he leaned back in his chair, his fingers lightly tapping on the armrest. His eyes locked onto Martin Grayson with an unreadable expression. Grayson smirked, sensing an opportunity. "Oh, no response. That's rare for you, Elon." He chuckled mockingly, turning to the audience for support. A few people laughed nervously, but most just watched, captivated. Then, Grayson went in for the kill. "You've been called a fraud, a man who takes credit for things he didn't even invent. Some even say Tesla and SpaceX survived because of government handouts. So tell me, Elon, why should anyone take you seriously?" The crowd murmured. This was exactly why they tuned in. Grayson had pushed other powerful figures into corners before, forcing them into awkward stumbles, defensive rants, or outright embarrassment. He was expecting Musk to do the same, but Elon? He simply smiled. Then, he said just one sentence, and within seconds, the entire studio went silent. The audience leaned in. The tension in the room was unbearable. Then Elon Musk finally spoke. "Martin, remind me, what have you built?" Grayson's smirk vanished. His mouth opened slightly, but no words came out. He wasn't expecting that. Musk continued, his tone calm but cutting. "I mean, you sit here night after night criticizing people who take risks, who build, who innovate. But what have you created? What's your contribution to the world?" A low murmur swept through the audience. The camera zoomed in on Grayson's face. He looked uncomfortable. "You call me lucky," Musk went on. "But luck didn't build rockets that land themselves. Luck didn't revolutionize electric vehicles. Luck didn't put thousands of people to work at Tesla, SpaceX, and Neuralink." He leaned forward slightly. "I don't rely on luck, Martin. I rely on work." Boom. The audience erupted in whispers. Some even clapped softly. Grayson shifted in his seat. He needed to regain control, but Musk wasn't finished. What he said next left the entire studio in stunned silence. Grayson forced a chuckle, trying to brush off the tension. "That's cute, Elon, but let's be real. You didn't build Tesla, you bought it, and as for SpaceX, without government contracts it wouldn't even exist." The audience tensed. This was Grayson's attempt to turn the tables. He was known for this, twisting narratives, pushing his guests into a corner. But Musk? He didn't even blink. He leaned forward slightly, his voice controlled yet powerful. "Martin, let me ask you something." Grayson squinted, not expecting a question. Musk continued, "Have you ever worked 100 hours a week? Have you ever spent nights sleeping in an office just to make sure your team succeeds?" Grayson opened his mouth to respond, but Musk didn't let him. "Because I have." His voice was steady, firm. "When Tesla was on the verge of collapse, I didn't take a bailout. I invested every single dollar I had, nearly went broke, because I believed in what we were building." The audience was silent, hanging on every word. Musk leaned back, his eyes never leaving Grayson. "So, Martin, tell me again, what have you built?" This time Grayson had no answer. And then, the unthinkable happened. The silence in the studio was deafening. For the first time in his career, Martin Grayson had no comeback. He sat there, blinking, his usual arrogance replaced with visible discomfort. The audience could feel the shift. Grayson had invited Musk on the show to tear him down, but now he was the one under the spotlight. Musk let the moment settle before delivering the final blow. "See, Martin, people like you make a living by criticizing. You don't build. You don't take risks. You don't fail and try again. You just sit here, safe in your chair, and judge the people who do." The audience erupted into applause. Some stood up. Others just stared, stunned at what they had just witnessed. Grayson tried to regain control. Okay, let's move on." But Musk wasn't finished. He turned to the audience, his expression serious. "This is why innovation is so hard. Not because it's impossible, but because there are always people trying to tear you down while they do nothing themselves." The crowd cheered louder. Even those who had come in doubting Musk were now nodding along. And then something happened that no one, not even Musk himself, saw coming. Page 6. Grayson was visibly shaken. He had never lost control of an interview like this. Then, something unbelievable happened. A man from the audience stood up. "Elon's right," he said, loud enough for the cameras to catch. "People like you don't build anything, you just talk." Another person clapped, then another. Within seconds, the entire audience erupted in applause. Grayson's face turned pale. His own viewers had turned against him. Elon Musk remained calm, but there was a knowing glint in his eyes. He had said very little, yet he had won completely. The host forced a smile, trying to regain control. "Well, Elon, this has been interesting." Musk simply nodded. Then, standing up, he took off his microphone and walked off the set. Mic drop. The next day, the clip went viral. News outlets, social media, and even Musk's critics couldn't stop talking about it. Grayson had invited Musk to humiliate him. Instead, Musk had humiliated Grayson. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more powerful stories, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. And remember, greatness doesn't come from talking, it comes from doing.